Sully, I'm sorry, man. It pains me to say this, but there's no way you could beat up a griffin. Like, you're a bird, but he's a bird and a lion. There's no way. You're out of your mind. It's ridiculous. What? Yeah, so? What, you've never seen that before? Seriously. Sully. Seriously, never seen this. Sully. TikTok jock. Anyway, so what, you're gonna fly away? He'll just fly after you. He's got talons, man. What, do you have wings? Come on, you're out of your mind. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine here on Bally Sports Great Lakes. We got a really big show for you today. Coming up in headlines, we'll take a look at an extension of the Monsters and Blue Jackets affiliation agreement. That was big news recently. We'll also sort of take stock of the Monsters season as we are just past the quarter pole of the 21-22 campaign. Then, really excited for our prop swap interview today. It's the first ever edition of Dropping the Hammer with Monsters video coach John Hamry. We will take a look at the penalty kill and what the Monsters are trying to achieve on the ice when they're down a skater. Then, of course, Monsters memories, plenty of other good stuff, but let's get things started with headlines. Okay, in headlines this time around, we want to start with some big news that was recently announced, and that is a multi-year extension of the Monsters affiliation agreement with the National Hockey League's Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, this partnership bringing together Ohio hockey has been so successful in the 7 seasons that it has existed, dating back to 2015-16. Of course, we remember the Monsters and Blue Jackets started their affiliation with a pretty remarkable beginning, that, of course, the 2016 Calder Cup Championship. But since then, the record for Cleveland during this affiliation using Columbus prospects on the ice here in Cleveland, 184, 162, and 49. That's almost a 53% winning percentage, so lots of success on the ice. And of course, what it's all about is producing NHL players and cultivating their talents here at the AHL level. Names like Oliver Bjorkstrand, Zach Werenski, Jonas Korpisalo, Eric Robinson, and those are just some of many players that have honed their skills in Cleveland that now play for the Blue Jackets in Columbus. So the pipeline down I-71 certainly successful, and we are very thrilled to have the Blue Jackets back on board on a multi-year basis with the Monsters as this Ohio hockey collaboration continues to bear fruit. All right, let's take a look now as it is just past the quarter pole of the 2021-2022 AHL season. Take stock of the Monsters a little bit here on Headlines. I wanted to begin with our quarter season MVP, and for me, it's got to be Jake Christensen. Second-year defenseman for the Monsters, is the team's leading scorer. He's earned his first NHL call-up, 18 points, 5 goals, 13 assists this year, and Jake Christensen, just a fantastic engine for the Monsters at 5-on-5, on the power play, really in all situations, and he has taken a big step this season in living his NHL dream. So for me, he has been the MVP of the Monsters throughout the first quarter of the season. Let's highlight now a guy in the forward group who I think has really been the go-to guy for Cleveland, and that's Liam Foudy. He has sort of gotten more and more consistent in terms of his production as the season has gone on, stringing points together, just about a point-per-game player in his last 10 or so appearances, and he's tied for second on the team at this point in points with Brendan Gaunce, another forward who's been outstanding for the Monsters. But with Liam Foudy, the former first-round pick in 2018 for the Blue Jackets, it's all about his skating. A world-class skater with excellent speed and acceleration, particularly getting through the neutral zone, and his teammates have highlighted all season long how that skating ability helps them have success once they get into the opposing team's end zone. All right, also wanted to hand out a little bit of an unsung hero award here. Tip of the cap to the Monsters assistant coaches, Trent Vogelhuber and Mark Letteste, who have really stepped to the fore this year, as Monsters head coach Mike Eaves has been dealing with a couple of health issues in the early part of the season. Those guys have taken the opportunity to step up behind the bench, and they have done a great job in getting this Monsters team to play to their full potential this year in some challenging circumstances. So hats off to Vogues and Testy for their great efforts this year. And also wanted to quickly highlight the goaltenders. Daniil Tarasov and JF Berube have been outstanding for the Monsters this year, as those two guys have gotten the bulk of the time in net for Cleveland. Of course, Berube, the proven veteran, and Tarasov, the precocious young rookie here who has had now his first taste of life in the NHL and has seized this chance at the AHL level absolutely to the fullest. Both guys have been outstanding, giving Cleveland a chance to win every single night throughout the first quarter of the season. And also want to recognize Jet Greaves, as the rookie has split time between the Monsters and the ECHL's Kalamazoo Wings this year. But when he's been called upon for Cleveland, he has been outstanding in the goal crease. The goalies, as usual, are really a great indicator of how the Monsters are going this year, and it's been an outstanding showing in the first quarter of the season. Well, that's it for headlines. We're going to take a quick break here on Monsters OT. When we come back, we'll drop the hammer with Monsters video coach John Hamre. It's our prop swap interview. That plus plenty more after these messages. This is Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine, only here on Valley Sports, Great Lakes. Welcome back, everyone, to Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine, only here on Valley Sports Great Lakes. Oh, and we're fired up for our prop swap interview today. We're gonna, for the first time ever on Monsters OT, drop the hammer with Monsters video coach John Hamre, who's kind enough to be here with us. And Hammer, I mean, this could be the start of something big. Get a load of these graphics here for you.
Blown away. Blown away. Just happy and thankful to help support your cause.
Well, hey, how about that? Our great crew dropping the hammer off to a good start here today. Let's just start, Hammer, with your role with the team a little bit. Certainly a big part of the coaching staff as an assistant, but specifically working on video for the team. Give us a sense of some of the things you're doing day to day to get the players prepared to play and succeed.
So my role as a video coach, and it interfaces with nearly every aspect of the operational team, support the coaches, team-wise, system-wise, supporting their work, preparing the team, supporting the players in terms of reviewing, evaluating, being critiqued, developing. And a big component of my work then personally is also focused on pre-scouting opponents, getting ready for upcoming. So a lot of our players, our team, our work, as well as trying to be a week or two ahead for the team and staff.
Of course, it's always throughout a long season, you're always preparing for that next game. So definitely your work with the video is a big part of that. Now, speaking of video today, Hammer, we wanted to take a look at the penalty kill. Now, the specialty teams, of course, are a huge part of hockey. We're talking about the power play, the penalty kill when you're at a man advantage, a man disadvantage. But for those of our viewers out there that might not know a ton about the game, we thought we'd take a look at a little penalty kill sequence here. And let's start, Hammer, in the what would be the offensive zone here for the penalty killing team.
So you pause right here. So much of an effective penalty kill can happen actually up ice, 200, 150 feet away from your own net on the penalty kill forecheck. The more time that you can eat off the opponent's power play away from your net, the fewer opportunities they have to score. So that penalty kill forechecking, that work in angling, pressure through the neutral zone can be really effective in terms of eating time off of an opponent's penalty power play advantage. And so much of that then happens focused on how you're receiving a line rush if you didn't pressure up ice at your own defensive blue line. So many power plays enter their offensive zone at our blue line with 3 and 4 men. So we're trying to stagger, we're trying to line and get a coordinated sequence of pressure, man on man, at our defensive blue line.
Yeah, now you mentioned the defensive blue line, and we'll just point out for the fans here, this is from a recent game, Grand Rapids here in black, going from left to right, and the Monsters in their white uniforms here. But you mentioned the defensive blue line, those danger zones on either blue line are so important at even strength, but also in this situation for the penalty killing team.
They're really ideal pressure points. The entire power play's momentum at blue line is focused in, and our penalty kill is then trying to read even opportunities to pressure, create turnovers that could be an initial chance either to force a dump we can recover and clear, or to force a turnover right there that we can recover and clear. So really important in terms of stick angles, lining up man-man. They've got speed. Which defenseman is going deep to pressure the speed? Is a forward taking a high pull-up man? Those kinds of reads collectively as a unit.
All right, so let's take a look at the zone entry here for the power playing Griffins. If you want to roll the video.
Let it run. If you could stop right there. So we have a defenseman, Thomas Schemisch, Jake Christensen, Cole Castles, and Brendan Gauntz in this clip for the Monsters. The defenseman took the speed low, made an initial pressure read. Grand Rapids made a nice play. They were able to work the puck up above what we were trying to pressure low. And so they're now going to end up with possession as they've entered into our zone. You can let it run. And they end up working the puck. We're trying to still pressure. Puck works low, stop. And we're now in a position where, again, we have a defenseman that can pressure low, stick on puck, stick on stick.
Now that's Christensen right here, right?
Jake Christensen making a really nice pressure play low. Cole Castle, the monster forward here, is going to come back into this mid zone and possibly pressure the half wall. Brendan Gauntz is anchoring the center of the slot, certainly a high threat area. And Thomas Schemisch is certainly aware of their last forward on the backside. You can let it run, and you can see that they beat our pressure and are able to work it back up to the point, pause. So we're now in a position where, hey, we're resetting our penalty kill. We've got a good foundation in the center of the ice. Stick position, sticks on the ice, players are alert. And Cole Castles is now in a position where from the middle, he's working to pressure down the half wall. And his stick position and his angle is trying to take away a return pass to the top of the point. And Brendan Gauntz is a really important player, as all four are away from the puck. He's starting to try to take away this power play bumper player, as it's called.
I was going to say, that's such an important player in the offensive zone for the team that's on the power play. So what's Brendan here, number 10, trying to do to neutralize the bumper?
Well, he's trying, in terms of proximity physically, in a position to take away a pass, take away a stick. But also, he's got to be able to react if the play is made. How does he pressure again subsequently? All the while, Thomas Schemisch is doing a real good job here. What's going on in the back door of the net? Stick position. We're trying to take away seam passes through. And Jake Christensen here on the strong side, we work with our players in terms of in coordination with our goalie. Sometimes the most important penalty killer, your goalie.
Well, most often,
He's trying to take away a mid-angle shot so that the goalie knows he takes the near post.
There you go. So let's take a look now. Now, bearing in mind that the ultimate goal for the penalty killing team in this situation is to clear the puck out of the defensive zone, let's take a look here at what unfolds.
Well, foreshadowing, pause. This play here made a nice play, Grand Rapids, to the bumper, and it worked its way out to the point. The next frame or two, you're going to see our forward, Brendan Gauntz. He's going to take one or two strides, if you can let it run, and pause. And if you see his angle, he's done two things. One, his stick position in that first angle took away the pass from that Grand Rapids defenseman over to the weak side, this shooter with a lot of net open to shoot at. So the angling and the stick position are really important to take away options of the opponent power play. And then the second thing he's doing is now going to be in a position to force down and start another set of pressure rotations against the power play.
Well, there you go. It's all about pressure. So as we see the video continue on here, you've seen that Brendan forced the play to the outside.
He did a nice job of forcing the outside. Real nice shot block here by the defenseman. Not every play is picture perfect, but a turnover is created, and I think we're going to see a nice ping pong clear of the puck.
So it bats around there and out to center, and there you go, a successful trip to the defensive zone on the penalty kill. Well, that was great stuff, Hammer. Thank you so much, and hopefully the fans learned a little something.
Appreciate being a part of your overtime show. We've dropped the hammer.
That's right. For the first time, we've dropped the hammer with our prop swap interview. Big thanks to Monsters video coach John Hamry. Let's take a break now on Monsters OT. We've got a lot more coming up, though, on Bally Sports Great Lakes, courtesy of our friends at University Hospital Sports Medicine. Welcome back, everyone, here on Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine here on Bally Sports. great legs. Well, anybody who's been to a Monsters game at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse knows that our Fieldhouse creative team does amazing work on all the great video content you see on the Humongotron when you're enjoying the game. So we thought we would take a look at some of their fine work and also get the perspective of some Monsters players. But first, we'll head back to the penalty box for another edition of Two for Talking. All right, Two for Talking is back, everybody, and our first guest this time around is Cole Castles. Cole, come on. All right, you know how it goes here, man. 2 minutes on the clock. Take a seat and go. All right, let's start with your dad. Played for Columbus, right? So what's it like to be back in the organization?
Yeah, it's definitely something special. You know, I was 8, 9, 10 years old when he was here, and I remember it from, you know, the Rick Nash days, David Vorney and stuff like that. And then he retired and we grew up there, me and my sister and my 2 brothers.
All right, so that's Columbus. Let's talk a little bit about Cleveland. What are some of your go-tos restaurant-wise here in town?
I like Italian food. I've been to this place called Palazzo. It's been really good. Little Italy is awesome. And I mean, Town Hall makes great food too.
There you go. Okay, let's talk about music. What are you listening to these days?
Ooh, a little bit of everything. I like anything from alternative to whatever we got in the dressing room on a game day. So I'd say Kings of Leon, country, stuff like that is my favorite.
There you go. All right, so we got Top Gun night coming up, right?
Okay,
You've seen Top Gun,
yes.
right? Maverick guy, you an Iceman guy, Goose. Who's your favorite?
Maverick, just name-wise.
There you go. All right, Movember is well underway. You're participating.
Yes.
Give me the best and worst Movember stashes on the team right now.
Best, Liam Foodie, because he looks really creepy. Worst would be, I think Angle is participating. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah.
It's got the gist from
Yeah.
All right, who's your roommate on the road?
Brendan Gaunce.
Tell us something we don't know about Brendan Gaunce.
Very, very well-educated and well-mannered. Okay. One of the most well-mannered people I know.
Diplomatic answer.
Snores a little, too.
Okay, good to know, good to know. All right, growing up, favorite NHL player, favorite NHL team?
Steve Yzerman, or my father, obviously, and whatever team he was on, or Columbus and Toronto, because my mom and dad lived in both cities. So.
All right, there you go. Specialty jerseys. You played this game for a long time. What's some of the best specialty jerseys you've ever worn?
I think cancer. Anything with cancer relation, just because.
All right, here we go. That's it. Time's up. All right, that's Cole Castles. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time on Two for Talking.
I'm Dylan. I have a daughter at home named Stevie and another daughter on the way, and these are dad jokes. Why did the teddy bear turn down dessert? Because it was too stuffed. Classic.
Hi, I'm Brett Gallant. I have a son, Jack, 12, and a daughter, Ellie, 7 years old. And this is an official dad joke. How do penguins build their house? Igloos it together. A hot dog walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here."
Hi, this is JF Garube. I am a father of a little boy named Caden, and this is a certified dad joke. Why was the dog put in the penalty box? He got 2 minutes for roughing. What's a Bachelor contestant's favorite band? Guns N' Roses.
Find a slang term for being your best guess. Nerf.
Nerf, that's just the fake, oh no, nerfed. Nerfed is when a gun in Call of Duty or another game gets less powerful. It gets nerfed.
Make the gun less powerful.
Bam. Camping.
Sitting in a corner.
Yeah, that's when you just sit in a corner and you like wait for the circle to close in on you, or you wait for someone to run by and you just camp in there waiting for them.
What does sticks mean?
Controller.
Sticks, that's the controller, like the little sticks on the controller you use with your thumbs, I believe. Not very much of a gamer, but.
Yeah, there's a couple. I mean, I'm just thinking back to in junior hockey, you know, getting in a scrum and going to the wrong penalty box. My roommate, his older brother got a pretty good video and poked some fun at me, and yeah, didn't really live that one down. That's always a tough one, pretty embarrassing, and then maybe trying to stop in front of the net and just going right into the net. That's always another good one. So for myself, I mean, I want to play in the NHL. Obviously that's everyone's goal, but a big goal that will help me get there would be winning a Calder Cup. I keep re-signing and I keep wanting to be back here is because we're always a good team. And the fans, you guys help us so much, and it just makes it fun. You know, it's a great city to play in, and you know, Calder Cup, NHL, and then obviously 3 steps ahead, it's win the Stanley Cup.
Welcome back, everyone, to Monsters OT here on Bally Sports Great Lakes, as always, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine. Time to wrap up today's show with our Monsters Memories segment, and let's flash back in time, not too far though, just to the 8th of December. It was the craziest game of the year for my money. The Monsters in Syracuse starting a 3-game road trip, and they were able to defeat the Crunch, a division rival, by a final of 8-3, but it's how they did it that's really kind of mind-blowing. 8 goals on just 16 shots on net. 50% shooting percentage, not too shabby for the Monsters. Lots of great moments in this one. First, it was the 1,000th professional game for Monsters equipment manager Dustin Halstead. That is a major milestone. Hats off to Dusty. That is a whole lot of hours on the bus and a whole lot of meals on the road right there. Congrats on that amazing achievement. Not only that, but during the game, there were 7 different multi-point performances from Monsters players, led by Adam Haluka, who was able to notch his first career American Hockey League hat trick, had a 4-point night, and a great highlight from that game too came courtesy of Mr. Monster himself, Justin Scott, the team's all-time leader in appearances in franchise history, scored probably the goal of his career as he blocked a shot on his own blue line against Syracuse there, kicked the puck ahead, broke his stick in the process, then quick thinking, grabbed a stick from one of his teammates on the bench, Brett Gallant, and used somebody else's stick to streak in on a breakaway, score a goal, and then the celebration too was fantastic, lifting Galley's stick over his head and giving Brett that deserved assist on a goal that I think Scotty and the rest of us will remember for a long time. So 8-3, the win for the Monsters. Definitely a Monsters memory in my book. Well, that's it for today's show. Lots of thank yous to hand out here. First and foremost to our great friends at University Hospital Sports Medicine. Also to the gruesome twosome Mark Zaremba and Chris Thomas and the rest of our excellent Fieldhouse creative team, including Jeremy Hawks and Leo Simone and all the rest. Those guys do a great job getting this show produced on a month-to-month basis. Also want to thank John Hamry, our guest on our prop swap interview. Dropping the hammer was awesome. Taking a look at the Monsters penalty kill. And most of all, thanks to all you guys for being a part of today's show. Until next time, I'm Tony Brown. Thanks for watching. This has been Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine, only here on Bally Sports Great Lakes.